Hi, my name is Gabriel, and I'm working on a game project using the Godot engine. I've been working on this project for about a month now, and I think it's finally at a point where I can begin to show it off. I'm not a programmer at all. I've never taken a programming class or anything like that, but the Godot community is very helpful, and I've learned a lot just from the tutorial videos floating around YouTube. I wanted to start this devlog series for anyone interested in following my journey, and also to provide help or encouragement for anyone working on a game project. The game that I'm working on is a deck builder, and I took a look at a bunch of different deck building games out there, like Dominion or Clank or Slay the Spire, and I wanted to build on the aspect of those games that I like while improving on the aspects that I think could be done better. And I'm going to be talking more about the mechanics of my game in future videos. But for this video, I wanted to just give a very high-level concept of what the game is. When I was first concepting out the game, I wanted to make sure that it was 1, simple, and 2, strategic. I really love the concept of chess and how it's able to give players endless strategy by laying out all of the rules and letting players set up their own combination of movements. In the game that I'm working on, players won't have a persistent deck of cards across many encounters. Instead, each time an encounter is started, the player will start with a simple deck and a collection of about 15 cards that they can buy from to improve their deck. Players will have to split their resources between choosing to gain more powerful cards and choosing to expand into new territories, which is how you will actually win the game. These encounters are actually only part of the game, and I intend to have a campaign that consists of different gameplay elements that will run parallel to the deck building encounters, but I'm not ready to show off that part of the game yet. The fictional setting of the game is a sci-fi era where humans have expanded across the galaxy. And it's a universe of mostly hard science fiction, but the one sort of magic technology that I'm giving the world is a faster-than-light travel that lets ships move 10,000 times the speed of light. And one thing that I want to do with this universe is explore how this extraordinary ability shows how ordinary the universe really is. For example, people can travel extremely fast, but communications are still limited by the speed of light. So it's actually faster to send a messenger to deliver a message in person than it is to send a radio communication. And this leads to all sorts of repercussions. For example, society has evolved into a more feudalistic setting because it's difficult for governments to control far-flung star systems, so they need to choose carefully the lieutenants who administer their territory for them. And the game will take place in a state which completely dominates its region of space. So kind of like with the Roman Empire, there are no competitors to the state at all, and there's not much awareness of anything that's happening beyond the state's borders. The state is essentially the entire universe for the people living within the state. But the tensions within the state have led to a civil war, so you have to take control of one of the 8 different political parties who are trying to achieve dominance by occupying the star systems of the state. So you'll recruit the officers who command the vessels of the state's military. Since the military command structure is disintegrated during the Civil War, many of these commanders are waiting to see who it looks like will come out on top before pledging their loyalty to a side. So you'll have to build a fleet of vessels powerful enough to encourage the governors of the planets, moons, and space stations in star systems to join your movement. And as you recruit these governors, you'll accumulate more influence, which will allow you to essentially declare victory in that system and bring everyone onto your side. Anyway, that's all for the basic overview of what the game concept is. In future videos, I'll talk more about how I'm actually building the game, what programming challenges I'm encountering, and the more of the game mechanics. And so I look forward to any feedback that anybody has going forward. Thanks.